What's going on, you guys? I'm TJ Harmon, aka Rel2G. Thanks for coming to my channel today. If you haven't subscribed, do that. If you do anything else, you can come back each and every week and see what goes on my page. Okay, today we're going to do a combination of two things. I'm going to give you my team-by-team records in all conferences from East, North, South, and West, and also give you my weekly picks for the 2014-2015 NFL season, openings of week number 1. Let's start with the NFC East. As I told you on Monday, I told you the Eagles will win the NFC East. I think they're going to go 10-6, followed by Washington at second at 8-8. I'm still not sure about RG3's health. He said he's 100%, but we'll have to see about that. The Giants, I go in to see 6-10. They had a 4-0 preseason. Eli Manning, I still do not trust this season, even without the likes of Justin Tuck on defense. Hey, the Giants go 6-10. And the Dallas Cowboys, 21-0. I don't think there's going to be much of anything. Dez Bryant is going to be the man. And don't forget, Michael Sam just signed with the practice squad with the Cowboys today, so that could be more of a better in-depth defense that they so desperately need. And don't forget, Marcus Ware no longer with the team. He's gone to Denver. Interesting to see what the Cowboys defense is going to do. But I still think the Cowboys are going to go 5-11. Next, we got the NFC North. The Green Bay Packers. The return of Aaron Rodgers. I think they're going to go 11-5 for this team. Rodgers not going to be the same quarterback, believe it or not. So just keep watch on him. Jordy Nelson should have a good season as well. The Chicago Bears right behind them at 10-6. Jay Cutler, I still have my doubts, but you gotta focus on Brandon Marshall, Matt Forte, and all the other players on the Bears team. They're gonna go 10-6. Detroit Lions, Matthew Stafford, Reggie Bush, and don't forget Calvin Johnson. Blech. I'm messing up here. They're going to go 7-9 for this team. And the Vikings, without Jared Allen, going to his rival Chicago Bears. Teddy Bridgewater backing up Matt Castle. The Vikings, Adrian Peterson could be in the Lions with LaShawn McCoy and running back. I'm going to pick the Vikings to go 5-11. For the NFC South, we got the Saints taking over the NFC South. They're going to win it. They're going to go 12-4. The Carolina Panthers, who did it last season in convincing fashion, I don't think it's going to be doing that much this season. Cam Newton has an injured rib. He's going to play with this protective little padding or whatever. I'm going to have them going 9-7 this season. The Atlanta Falcons, I'm still not real sure what Matt Ryan and gang going to do. I'm going to go with them at 6-10. And the Tampa Bay Bucks with Lovie Smith as their new head coach. Not much of anything, and I don't trust their quarterback either. They're going to go 4-12. To the NFC West. And this is a surprise. A bold prediction. I have the San Francisco 49ers winning this division and going 12-4 for San Francisco. I'm going to get the Seattle Seahawks, the defending champions, to not have much of a season this season. They're going to win some, but they're going to be losing a few. I got them going 10-6 this season and not make the playoffs. And the Arizona Cardinals, I got third at 5-11. Carson Palmer still not certain of, but Fitzgerald still the man, but how much longer can he stick there? And the St. Louis Rams at 4-12. Jeff Fisher without Sam Bradford. I'm not real sure about this quarterback thing. The person they got, they need to get a quarterback, and they need to get one now, or this season is doomed. Meanwhile, their defense is who I really think is going to win them games. The offense, I'm not quite sure. So the Rams stick with them at 4-12. To the AFC East, it's going to be the New England Patriots taking over 13-3. I see they have the easiest schedule on this 2014-15 season. Man, who else? You still got to focus on the Colts as well. They do have to face the Colts. Do they have to face the Colts? Let me see on my schedule here. Do they have to face the Colts? Colts. Sorry, you guys. Colts are in on this season as well. So that's probably going to be one of their losses there, but that's for another time. The Jets are next at 8-8. Michael Vick backing up Geno Smith. Still not sure. You got Chris Ivory as well as Chris Johnson running back for both two-headed monsters there. Should be interesting to see. The Miami Dolphins, they're going to go 7-9. No big pushover for them. And the Bills, 6-10. Even though EJ Manuel is the starter, but they just signed Kyle Orton. Really? We'll see what the Bills going to do at 6-10. To the AFC North, it's the Baltimore Ravens back in on the bandwagon. They're going to go 11-5. Flacco and company should be pretty well this season. Ray Rice out for 2 games, of course, because of that domestic violence he had with his now wife. The Bengals going to go 9-7. Should be a better season for Andy Dalton and company. We'll just have to wait and see. AJ Green should have a pretty good season as well. The Steelers going to go 7-9. I'm not sure if Ben Roethlisberger and company is going to really be contenders in the AFC North. Pretty much to tell James Harrison, he done retired over the weekend. Hey, they really need a man like him on that defensive caliber. And so I'm still not sure about him. But then Troy Polamalu, the defense is a suspect. I think he's pretty much going to be a done man after the season with the Steelers. He got a ring, so just move on, brother, man. Steelers going to go 7-9. And the Cleveland Browns, even with Johnny Manziel, money-making Manziel, they're going to go 4-12. Brian Hoyer is the starter, but I'm still have my doubts. Even with Nate Burleson as their wide receiver there, Browns just not going to be that team this season. To the AFC South, we got the Colts back in on the win wagon. They're going to go 12-4, followed by James Carter and the Tennessee Titans. He predicts they're going to go 8-8. I'm going to predict 8-8 as well. The Jaguars with Bortles as their backup quarterback, the Chad Henne. Not going to be much of a team either. 6-10 is going to be their record. And the Houston Texans with Brian, I forget his name, who used to be the coach of the Penn State Nittany Lions. He's going to have a bad rookie season. He's going to go 3-13. Even with Jadeveon Clowney, it's not going to make much of a difference at all. So 3-13 Texans, almost as worse as last year when they went 2-14. 3-13, I got the Texans going this season. And to the AFC West, the Denver Broncos once again annihilates the AFC West. Denver's only going to lose 3 games to 13 wins. Peyton Manning is going to really have it with DeMarcus Ware at his defensive caliber. Kansas City, I'm not sure of this season. They're going to go 8-8. Still have my doubts. Plus, Alex Smith is not even going to be playing for the first 4 games. Oh, wow. That's going to be tough. Oh, by the way, Wes Welker, he is banned for 4 games because of some illegal substance. That's going to hurt the wide receivers of the Broncos also. Maybe not. Chargers, I got them go 6-10. The Raiders, with Derek Carr as the rookie, starting over off of Matt Schaub. They're not going to have much of a season either. I think they're going to go 4-12. So those are my team-by-team conference and their records. Check it out and let me know what you think down about. Now, to the all-important weekly picks of week number 1. Let's get on with our picks. Tomorrow night, first game of the 2014-2015 NFL season, we see the Green Bay Packers at the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks defending champions. Packers should have a better season, but I don't think they're going to have a chance with the Seahawks defense. Richard Sherman and Earl Johnson, who I believe is going to be a punt returner. Wow, that's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do there. But I'm going to go with the Seahawks to beat the Packers in this game for Thursday night. Sunday games, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not even going to even tell you. Eagles are 10.5 favorites to winning this game. They may even go over that. Eagles in a bombshell to clobber the Jaguars right here in the city of where we love. Next game is the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers should have a win here. Brian Hoyer is not going to be able to stop the Steelers defense. Roethlisberger may throw for 3 or 4 touchdowns in this game. It's going to be annihilation in Pittsburgh for those Browns. Believe it or not, Steelers, I have one in this game. Next is the Minnesota Vikings in St. Louis to face the Rams. I got the Rams losing this game for the simple fact I'm not quite sure their quarterback. They need to get a quarterback. But the backup that they have, I'm not certain of. And their starter, Sam Bradford, who's out with ACL injury. He's out for the remainder of the season. Tough luck, and the Rams just not going to win this first game. Vikings, Matt Castle should have an easy game. Adrian Peterson will run over 100 yards in that game. Vikings, I still have my doubts for them this season. We'll win the game over the Rams. And don't forget, the Rams defense is looking pretty good. Maybe even better than the Vikings defense, to tell the truth. Next game is the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. The Patriots going to pounce all over the Dolphins. No ifs, ands, or buts. Oakland Raiders at the New York Jets. It's Justin Tuck's debut as a Raider back at MetLife Stadium, but not facing the Giants. It's the Jets. Michael Vick backing up Geno Smith. Should be a good game. Derek Carr, who is the rookie for the Raiders, I think was going to have a pretty decent game, even though he might have butterflies in his stomach. But the Jets at home should have a win convincingly over the Raiders. The Tennessee Titans at the Kansas City Chiefs. I like this game for the fact that Jake Locker is playing for the Titans, and I'm not sure who's going to start for the Chiefs. I think it could be Aaron Murray, but we'll have to wait and see because I think is out for a few games. Chiefs, I think, should win this game against the Titans. It would not shock me if the Titans do win on the road, but Kansas City should get this win over the Tennessee Titans. The Cincinnati Bengals are at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are going to get back to where they started, but right now I feel the Bengals have the better edge in this game. I have Andy Dalton team beating Joe Flacco without Ray Rice, who's out for 2 games, of course, because of the domestic incident with his wife. Bengals to beat the Ravens in Baltimore. The New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons. The Saints are back, my friends. Drew Brees and company are back. They're going to annihilate this Falcons team like it wasn't nobody's business. Matt Ryan, I'm not too sure. Brady Wright, he may be in this game, even though he really got injured badly last season. Hey, Falcons, no way they're going to win this game. Saints are going to beat in a terrible way. Drew Brees might even throw for 4 touchdowns. We just got to wait and see. Washington at the Houston Texans. I don't like to say the name because they already having a little issue with that. So I'm going to say Washington will be facing the Texans of Houston. They should win this game for the simple fact Texans really don't have anybody. And I think we're going to see a touchdown, maybe 1 or 2 touchdown passes from Deshaun Jackson. I said it. Deshaun Jackson getting 2 touchdown passes. He might even drop a few, but he'll get 2 touchdowns. RG3 still not sure about how he's going to be this season. But he's going to win this game nonetheless in Houston against the Texans. We got the Buffalo Bills at the Chicago Bears. The Bears should have no problem with the Bills. And so the Bills, they should win this game as well. Late games, the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not sure about Cam Newton's health, even though he's got a protector on his ribs. Maybe they'll slow him down, maybe not. Don't get hit too hard, but you might get done. Duck. Panthers should have an easy win, even with the newly head coach of Lovie Smith. Tampa Bay's not going to be dealing with the Panthers this week. They still have to play them again, but today, Sunday, Panthers should have a win in Tampa Bay over the Bucs. The San Francisco 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. The 49ers will get a win in this game because I'm not sure what the Cowboys are going to do. I'm not even sure the Cowboys even won a game in the preseason, but you can't count the preseason. Hey, it may prelude to the regular season. 49ers, Kaepernick and Davis and all of them, they're going to be too much on their Cowboys defense. They have no defense. Their defense is lacking. Their offense is there with Jason Witten, who I think is probably going to be ending his career with the Cowboys this season. And Dez Bryant, the new star of the Cowboys, should give the 49ers some problems on defense, but the Niners on offense, I'm not like Tony Romo and the Cowboys. Then we got the Sunday night game, the Colts, Indianapolis at the Denver Broncos. This, my friend, was the game of the week to start week 1. The Burlington game, Peyton Manning versus Andrew Luck. Luck is going to be out in this one. Denver Broncos will win this game undoubtedly, with DeMarcus Ware making his debut as a Bronco on defense. Monday night is the New York Giants at the Detroit Lions. I'm not sure about the Giants, even though they had an undefeated preseason. Again, you can't preview what the preseason will bring the regular season. Giants stunk last season, 4-12. They're not even going to be doing much in this game. Matthew Stafford, Reggie Bush, and don't forget Megatron should outlast this Giants defense. Detroit in full field wins against the Giants. And San Diego Chargers are at the Arizona Cardinals. Carson Palmer and company sure get a win on their home turf. I'm still not sure about Phillip Rivers. How we do die. And remember the name Manti Te'o? What's his name? Manti Te'o. Where is he at? We haven't seen much of him last season. Will we see much of him this season? We'll have to wait and see. But Cardinals at home will beat the Chargers in Arizona. That is my picks for week number 1. Post your picks down at the bottom of the page. Come back Tuesday or Wednesday next week for week number 2 of my weekly picks. Follow me on my Twitter at overrated_rel at twitter.com. Here are the recaps of my picks for this week. At the end of this video, I'll see y'all right back here next week for week 2.